Here we go!
Okay, I guess it's about that time to do another mod showcase. It is kind of overdue. What's up, everybody? This is GamerBlake90, and you are watching another mod showcase video for Sonic Mania. This is not going to be a video about Sonic, ironically. Rather, it's going to be a video about a character who has been poorly neglected ever since the day of Sonic 06. Yes, he came back in Forces, but I still don't believe that he was done proper justice in that game, so I don't want to count that one. And that is Silver the Hedgehog. Kind of borrowing from Mighty's idle animation while being trapped inside that capsule in the Encore mode graphic, but this isn't entirely a repainting of character animations. I'll explain what this mod is. A while back, Vagabond designed character sprites both Shadow and Silver to bring them over into Mania. They basically just replaced Mighty and Ray while keeping their abilities intact. And by keeping their abilities intact, I mean Mighty and Ray's. They never got their own movesets assigned to them specifically. But recently, CodenameGamma took it a step further by giving Silver his 06 moveset. And now it is in Sonic Mania, and we're gonna get to check that out. Initially, I wanted to avoid resorting to Green Hill for this showcase, because I know it is at a level that so many have gotten so tired of seeing by now. It's practically an overused trope. But at the same time, you have to appreciate the level for its impact on Sonic's history. And it is his 29th anniversary, so I can't really think of a better testing ground than this one. Anyway, here we are with Silver the Hedgehog in Sonic Mania. This is his walking animation, as you can already see. Kind of like this guy with a cool attitude striding down the street like nothing can mess with him. And then when he picks up speed, he goes into a slightly more hardcore running animation like this. And then when he goes into max speed, which I'll show off later, he kind of borrows from Supersonic's gliding animation, where he flies through the air. Which makes sense, because he is a hedgehog with psychic abilities. And speaking of psychic abilities, this is one of them. He can grab onto item monitors and badniks with the press of a B button. And for as long as you so choose, you can carry this item throughout the entire stage. Even if the art from the front of the item monitor gets removed from the box as you grab it, its effect remains once you destroy it. Like this. You get 10 rings still. Pretty cool, huh? And this effect also applies to badniks, who you can turn into weapons to use for your own cause. And if you were wondering, you can even, well, my accuracy was extremely poor there. I meant to say that you could use badniks to break down other badniks. In fact, yep, just like that. All by pressing the B button while you are standing within an approximate range of each of the offending objects throughout the stage. Like so. And honestly, the range on this psychic grab is kind of absurd. Like, I once snatched up an enemy from like half screen. In fact, let me see if I can do it again. If I can do it again. Oh, like that. You saw that range? Holy guacamole, that was some range on that grab. I swear that this guy is like a grappler from a fighting game. Alright, now I should probably talk about his other ability. You may have noticed the gauge at the lower right of the screen. Fortunately, it doesn't tie into Silver's grab ability, but it does tie into his float. By pressing the double jump, you'll be able to fly through the air, but once the gauge reaches 0, Silver loses his airborne momentum and falls back down to the ground, and he then has to build the gauge back up in order to get access to the glide again. To build the gauge, you just simply move along the stage as you normally would without jumping. If you jump, the gauge doesn't build, but for as long as you keep running and walking, you should be fine. And a benefit to this glide, in a comparison to Knuckles' glide for example, despite the fact it's tied to a gauge, is that Silver does not gradually slide downward as he's gliding. He keeps his height completely intact. So, that's one upside to Silver's psychic glide, as opposed to Knuckles' gradually losing height the longer he tries to stay airborne. So, pretty cool stuff here. Now, as far as his maximum speed animation, I'm trying to show it off, but I can't seem to pull it off at this part of Green Hill. There we go, all the way up to the top now. So where can we show this off? Maybe if I spin dash, I can get the speed necessary to show off its max speed animation. No, I guess not. But we will land aside with incline right here and grab this bubble shield. Also, you know what I do to motorbugs? And Gyarados will probably hate me for this, because he has an infatuation with Motobugs. But you know what I do to them? I smash them! There is no use for bugs in this world, except if it's a Motobug. Then you can watch those ever so entertaining interactions between Gyarados and his pet Motobug. Seriously, if you haven't checked out his content yet, please make it a point to do so. Especially the videos where he literally has conversations with the Motobug Badnik. I'm not kidding, those are a thing, and those were a joy to watch. Whoops, oh. Yeah, you gotta be very careful. You can do a psychic grab in mid-air, but it takes you out of your jumping animation if you try it. So, be very careful that you don't leave yourself vulnerable in that fashion. Can I grab these guys out of the wall? I can, but I can only grab one item or badnik at a time. I cannot grab multiple items or badniks at once. So, in case any of you were thinking about asking if I could perform a multi-grab, essentially, no, you cannot do that. That badnik was kind of glitchy. I grabbed him and he was like gone from the screen, and yet I was still able to throw him and get something out of it. This, I have to say, is probably one of the best mods I've ever seen, because it stays entirely faithful to the concept of Silver from 06, and it just opens up an array of possibilities in Sonic Mania. Granted, so many mods are known for widening the possibilities in Mania, but some just have a tendency to stand out like a sore thumb, and I mean that in a good way, of course. So again, this mod was made by, in collaboration by Vagabond for the contribution of the character sprite, and by CodenameGamma, who contributed the moveset. If you guys do want to check those mods out, they will be in the description below the video. So make sure you give those a look, because those will definitely be some very fun time for y'all. For sure. Whether you played 06 or not. Now, if I can just get all the way back up there, that would be nice. Because I also want to show off Silver's special stage sprite, which is kind of weird. It's like a strut along the road. Like, look at this. Of course, the animation starts to get gradually cleaner the faster that he gets in the special state, but still, this just cracks me up to look at it. Alright, so that's our first Chaos Emerald, and that's it for Silver's special state sprites. Nothing else much to show off here, so we're just gonna go straight to the end of Act 1. And for, courtesy's sake, we might as well do Act 2. No, I'm not going to jump into a, bonus stage generated by the lamppost, because Silver's nothing more than recolored Ray the Flying Squirrel without the change to his appearance. So, nothing much to really see there. And, well, I did not mean to activate debug mode. Also, let me bust up a myth real quick. You cannot use Silver's abilities against any of the boss battles, which is... Oh, shoot, I failed to realize that my invincibility had worn out. This is what I mean when I say that I sometimes suck at commentary and playing the game all at once. Sometimes, though. Oh, look at that! Silver's victory animation. Not looking too bad there, my boy. It's no use! Take this!
It's no use! Take this!
Alright, let me stop. I had to do it, okay? I really think Silver's been done dirty by Sega. I need to put some redemption back on his name. Put some respect on his name. You all feel me? Why do I keep hitting the X button trying to bring up debug mode? I'm trying to use his grab, not debug. I tend to make it a point to avoid including debug in my showcases. The only time I ever used it was just to, go to the stage select, but see, when we're going to Green Hill to begin with, I guess there wasn't really a point to it because you start every save file from Green Hill. The more I think about it. And nah, we're not gonna bother with any more of the special stages, because again, it's no use! No, I won't overuse the phrase in this mod showcase, okay? I promise you I won't, so don't get mad at me. Whoa, oh, almost got pricked by that log there. But, seriously, this is absolutely incredible. I cannot get enough of this mod. I have a feeling I'm going to be putting a lot of replay value into this creation by Gamma. It's... well, what more can I say? This is absolutely fun to play with. Like, how can you not enjoy just snatching badniks out of thin air like that as a psychic hedgehog? For probably one of the most complex storylines I've ever seen in a character. If there was anything that 06 was good for, it was making the characters something else to behold. Whoops, sorry. Meant to spin dash in the other direction, and I was caught looking towards the left. Let's slide over here and pick up them rings. Booyah! Now, if you wonder why I haven't been doing all that many mod showcases as of late, that's because I'm currently enamored by all the fan games that have been popping up across the Sonic community. In this case, Sonic 3D and 2D, which was made by Sonanuck, and for which I've been doing a playthrough for as of late. That playthrough is still in progress at the time I'm recording this video, so if y'all want to check that out, I would certainly be glad for it. Forgot there was no special stage. We're not gonna bother with this one. Sorry, Silver, but you are gonna have to take a dive on out of here. Anyway, also another little tip here for taking on this boss. I don't know why, but the legs of a Death Egg robot have absolutely no hitbox to them. And I don't know if that was on purpose by the Mania team or not, but if it is, then it kind of defeats the purpose of having to run along the Death Egg robot's arms so that you can get in an opportunity to damage him. But if the legs have no hitbox, then you can just completely skip that step and, well, completely destroy him. But you also have to be careful with how you time the angle of your jump, because you may find yourself bouncing into his claw if you misaim a jump angle. And then it starts to go from way too easy to not so easy. So, just a little heads up there. Also, we're not going to see this cutscene. Nothing really special about seeing Silver miss cutscene, because the cutscenes themselves had not been edited in the slightest, so with that said, we're going to back out of here and return to the Mania mode. And with that, that is it for the Silver Showcase in Sonic Mania. Again, the links to the mod will be in the description below, so please check that out. It's definitely a fun experience, and I know you all will enjoy it as much as I enjoyed showing it off and playing through it. Thank you all for watching, and once I get this video posted, I'll be going straight back to continuing my playthrough series with Sonic 3D and 2D, so make sure you catch that. And to stay up to date with my Sonic content, just hit that sub button, ring that bell, and click the all option that comes up after you ring that bell so that you won't miss out any of my future videos. And if you like what you saw here, some likes and comments wouldn't go amiss. Each one is more appreciated than the last. Now before I go, I want to drop y'all a little question of the day, something that I've never really done before. But what did you think of Silver in Sonic 06? Do you think he was great in that game, or do you think he could have been executed at a much better level by Sega and Sonic Team? Whatever it is you think, let me know in the comments below. I'm always curious to know your input. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you all for watching. Blue Blurs for life. Later.